Good morning. Welcome to 2023. This is the first brew of the new year. It's a new year, but it's like the middle of February. I did a brew at Christmas, and then I did like a 40-litre batch, and that's why I've got so much. So I don't even need to brew. I'm not like I'm running out of beer or anything like that. But what we're doing today, which is the reason why I'm doing this, it's a Imperial Stout for this Christmas coming. So I figured while it's quiet, brewing wise, let's do it then. Let's do it now. We maybe get it in the keg. I'm going to use oak and bourbon and stuff, so I'm going to have it sitting for a while, for maybe a couple of months. So we may as well just use one of the kegs I've got and then just let it sit in here, and then when the weather warms up, we'll get it bottled. So yeah, I haven't brewed in a while, 6 weeks or something like that, so I've got a nice little easy brew day planned. An Imperial Stout, not just an Imperial Stout, a Partigyle as well. So I'm going to be making a second beer with reusing the grains from the first beer. That is the plan anyway. Both of these batches are not going to be full batches either. Aiming for about 14 litres, something like that. So in this beer, it's like 7 different malts in it. I had it like at 9 different malts at one point, because it's more of I'm trying to use up a lot of the old grains I have in there, because that was just getting really heavy every time I lifted it out. I'm really gonna have to use this. So, but I'm honest, I'd smoke malted everything in there, and I was just like, no, this is too much. 9 different malts. So we've got it down to 7, mainly just pale malt obviously, and then trying to use up the rest of my roast barley, chocolate malt, and just stuff like that, bits of brown malt, bits of cafe light, loads of different stuff, flaked oats. So yeah, hopefully this is going to turn out. And then in terms of hops, I had actually intended to use the G hop. Its name shall not be mentioned. And then I pulled out at the end because I was going to use it because I wanted to use them up, and I thought this would be the beer because you wouldn't really be able to taste it. And then even then I was just like no. So I think that G hop, that bag of G hop I have it's going to end up going in the bin, or I might give it an actual burial out the side of the house. Just put it to bed once and for all. Funeral. Okay, so the plan here is, this is a very loose plan as well too. This is me you're talking about. I'm a little bit hungover. I've already had an issue with the Wi-Fi in here, which has not been going right. I resolved that though. Couldn't get the grandfather connected. I resolved it though by turning it off and turning it back on again. Turned out that actually works. I'm talking about the little box up there. So yeah, this is going to be a no sparge then on this one. Going to mash for 90 minutes. Rightly or wrongly, we're going to do that. We're going to see what our gravity is. We're going to move the rest of the grains into the Robo Brew, I think. I mean, really what I should have been doing is brewing a bag here. But it's a bit late now. And then I could just lift the bag out from one to the other. But so that'll be fun later on, trying to get all that grain in that massive big pot into the little bag. I mean, I've got the other kettle as well too, which is wider, so it could be that that's better, but let's see anyway. And then we'll take a gravity reading on this one, and then if we need to bump it up, I have got my old friend malt extract dry malt extract and liquid malt extract, which we have in stock for exactly this reason, to bump up the gravity. Because you do beers like this, I'm sure as well you know, your gravity, the whole arse falls out of your efficiency. And it sinks like a stone, so that will bump us up. I find it very difficult to get anything near 10% on an all-in-one system like this, but you know, without the help of sugars or whatever. Then of course we're chucking in the bourbon on the oak chips, which actually already have. Already made a start. That's half a litre, 500 grams. In old school money that is, there's lots of numbers that mean nothing to me. 16, 17 something. It's somewhere between 3/4 of a pint and 1 pint, but it's 17 what? 17th of a pint? Is that what it is? No idea. Stick with metric, I think. It's easier to understand. Right. So I'm going to be coming in and I'm just going to give it a stir every now and again. We want to try and get a lot out of these grains, but as I say, I'm doing a Partigyle, so. Okay, so it's set for 90 minutes. It all depends what happens, you know, in the house and stuff, but it might cut it short. We'll wait and see anyway. But this is it, so I'm gonna do like a full Brewday video, so strap in. Got about 5 minutes left on the mash there. The Robo Brews out there, it's ready to start mashing at any point. The problem is that I can't find the handle for this. Been doing a lot of kind of rejigging in here, not just today but before that, and I put it somewhere and I do not know where to get it. Don't know where I'll put it. The obvious place would be there because that's where all the little things are, so I don't lose them. I don't know. There's about, I don't know, 7.5 kilos or something in there. We try and lift it out by hand. I don't think it's going to work. Looks heavy. It looks heavy. Alright. Let's turn it around like that. Just so we can get a good view when this splashes back down again. I can get my fingers in there. Okay, and then my finger's stuck. Ah! Okay. Okay, I've got my mini. I have another one somewhere, but let's do one. Oh my god. There we go. Woo! Who needs a handle? And you got the world's tiniest screwdriver. Of course, now I'll see the handle somewhere. Should really just hang it up on the wall like everything else is hung up. Now I've got this space here. Maybe that's what we'll do if I ever find it. Okay, so we're going to get a gravity reading on this. And then we'll get that into that somehow, and then we'll work with our malt extract to see, to bring it up to whatever it needs to be. Again, this is all, I'm winging it here, in case it wasn't obvious, absolutely winging it. I can't get a gravity reading because that big basket is sitting on top of the pot, so I'm going to try and scoop the grain out. Got my black gloves. Got an old fermenter, never going to be used again. The brew in a bag, tip it in there, and then it's just lift the bag out and chuck it in the hot pot. Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing a bit of rearranging in here. trying to maximise the space. I was going to buy new shelving, and I want to try and at least use what I have before I go and buy other stuff, because I want to sort out in there as well. I want to finally get rid of some of the kid stuff. Got two like sit-on tractors that are never used, and I'm going to secretly dump them. Secretly dump them and say nothing to the wife, because she just ends up, just brings everything and then dumps it in here, dumps it in there. It's really annoying. Never likes to throw stuff away. Me, on the other hand, I'm quite happy to throw stuff away. In terms of the volume too of the other one, I'm kind of winging it as well. Got about 15 litres in it. But again, I'm not overly concerned, because I haven't bothered doing any calculations because I've got the malt extract. And besides, Partigyle, like, it's not going to be, if we can get it somewhere towards 4%, that'll be ideal. Nice little stout, 4%, lovely stuff. Okay, so 15 litres then on that. Like going old school, isn't it? Happy memories. So it's about a minute ago since I turned that video off, and then it started heating the water up, and I realised that I hadn't actually put the false bottom in, because I could hear it, like, I could almost hear the bag burning on the arse of that. So let's put that in and try that again. Okay. And then of course I immediately pulled the bag out, and it was all coming down the sides, and I was like, oh, happy memories. Is that the words I used? Not so happy. There we go. Okay, and relax. Whew. Okay, a bit of wort. Let's get this stuff in. Tedious. So slow. Should really be doing two at a time, shouldn't I? But I can't open that one now that I'm holding this one. Genius. Genius! Hold on, let's see if I can do it one-handed. It's like Cocktail, you know, the Tom Cruise movie. So the gravity on that was like 1060, by the way. So I've got about a kilo of this going in, which will make a big difference. Okay, it's getting a bit crowded in here, so I might put that outside, just let it boil out there. It's doing a mash out now, okay. This one's hit the boil, so I'm going to chuck the hops in. This is 45 grams of Helga. I don't know how old the Helga ones are. I was given them ages ago, and they're probably sitting for ages, so who knows. I don't even know what the alpha acids is, but I use them for beers like this. I think it's about 5%, something like that, so I hope. Okay, this is getting chaotic now. There's the pre-boil for the impy, 1076, that is. So I need to do the other one now. Get the bag out and we'll sort it out. Someone write that down, 1076, just so I don't forget. Because I will forget, guaranteed. Frigged up with everything. Whose idea was this? This one sounds like it started the boil. So let's get our bag out. Can you still see me? I'm over here. Question is, what is the gravity on this going to be? I really do not know. How much did we get out of this bag? Out of these grains? After that near 90-minute mash, let's not forget. Isn't that about 14 litres in there as well too? Strange because we started at 15 litres. Then again, I suppose these grains are all wet. Anyway. So there's going to be another... I mean, I probably could, with hindsight, I probably could have used a bit less. You know what? We're winging it. Let's not worry about it. Oh man, this is really frantic now. Okay. This one here, put half a kilo of dry malt extract in. It's about 1032, I think, something like that. So hopefully we'll get about 1035, something like that, by the end of the boil. That is 25 grams. I'm reckoning 25 grams of Helga. In there should be 30 IBU, something like that. But we'll see. I'm taking very lax notes on that one especially because it's just everything's going off at the same time. Pressure. I'm back. Okay, this is the other half of the hops with the impy. It's another 45 grams of Helga. Next then we've got the chocolate going in and then coffee right at the end. Okay, we're coming up to 15 minutes. We have some cacao nibs in there. Oh, I smell pretty good. Whew. Tell you what, if the final beer smells like that, we'll be doing well. Okay, that alarm means I've got to fill them in. So I don't know if they're going to sink to the bottom or what's going to happen. Am I supposed to melt them beforehand? Who knows? But we're not. We're throwing them in, hoping for the best. We have succeeded in boiling this. The smell of that chocolate coming off that is amazing. The last thing to go in, I've got my Kit Kat mug again. It's just 35 grams of ground coffee. That's not like fancy coffee, it's like some Colombian stuff. Little deluxe. So that is going in now. Just finished the boil. Just letting it cool down a little bit and then we'll get the pump on. Get the counterflow all sanitized. And then we'll start racking, I suppose. And then we'll need to sort out that other boil pot as well. Okay, there's still about 15 minutes left in this boil. I've just put the immersion chiller on, look at that. Most of it is above the water line. This is the problem with the Robo Brew. Great, terrific. Of course it had to happen. Putting the star sand from that fermenter into that one and the bottom tap was open. And there's what we're left with, look at that. Ugh. Now it's going to take some cleaning that. Okay, we've come to the end then of the Imperial Stout Brewday at least. The other one's just still chilling out there. That looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 1098. So that is a beast. So in terms of the yeast, using my usual yeast. So this is the one I always use. So this is my house yeast, you could say. California Common, cross my loop. Love this stuff. It's good at flocculating. It's good at attenuation. And I can bet in 100 gram packs. So I'm not getting a brick. I'm not getting the wee pack. So perfect. So in this tiny little egg cup here, I'm gonna double pitch. I think it's like 9%. This with like one little packet, which is about 11 grams, 10, 11 grams, something like that. In there is 17 grams. I'm gonna put 20 grams into it, but I can only actually fit 17 grams into that egg cup. So I'll do that off camera just so I don't look like so much of a numpty. Okay, that is the end of the Brewday. Just got awful deja vu. Strange. So this is our other beer, right? It's still a bit warm, okay? It's about 28, 29 degrees ish. Now, normally when I'm pitching, I'll pitch somewhere between 15 and 25. If it's in there, it goes straight in. I have pitched at like I wouldn't go anywhere past 30. Definitely not. Unless it's Quebec, obviously. So I'm wondering, should I just pitch it? The yeast is going to be, here's it here. This is my house yeast. So this is, I'm sure we've done this before, have we not? Feels very familiar. That's the California Common again. So let's do it. We're going to pitch it anyway. It'll not take too long to get it down to 18. In terms of the gravity, it looks like about 1040 now. So that's good. So we are absolutely gunning for over 4% now, so excellent. What a nice day out here. Feels like spring. It's only like the 12th of February. I mean, I've even cut the grass though. Cut the grass yesterday. What's all that about? Cutting the grass in February. Madness. Can't get these gloves off.